At one point, I made a video on how to build the perfect fragrance collection using only 5 fragrances. And these 5 fragrances were meant to cover 5 different scenarios. In this video, I'll give you 3 fragrances that I would personally wear across these different occasions. And before we start, if you want to support the channel, you can buy a sample or a travel size at my store, scentpilot.com. And here's a code to save you money on your first order. If you're interested in buying full bottles, you can use links in the description below. It does help us earn a small commission at no extra charge to you. Without any further ado, let's get into this video. So the first scenario is the everyday/work fragrance. This might be your signature scent. If you're working a full-time job and you're only wearing one fragrance for that occasion, you're wearing that fragrance for about 40 hours a week, and that's the fragrance that people will probably associate you with. In that situation, I always recommend a fresh and clean fragrance. People associate that scent profile with somebody who's well taken care of, who has good hygiene, and it comes off the most professional. My first choice for this scenario is Acqua di Gio Parfum 2024. This takes the original Acqua di Gio, which is the best-selling men's fragrance of all time. It's a citrus, aromatic, aquatic scent profile, makes it darker and more mature with the addition of patchouli and incense. And this also offers better performance than the original Acqua di Gio. I get about 9 hours of longevity with moderate projection. So this fragrance will easily last you the entire workday. One of my favorite designer fragrances on the market and a great professional option, Acqua di Gio Parfum 2024. And for my second pick, I would go with Bleu de Chanel Parfum. This is my personal favorite Bleu de Chanel flanker. The original DNA is the following: a bright grapefruit in the opening combined with mint, which does give you a cooling effect. And in the dry down, you get a combination of clean woods with a smoky incense. The Parfum takes that foundation and focuses on the woody aspects with the addition of sandalwood. This will also be a step up in performance when you compare it to the Eau de Parfum. Now, I genuinely really enjoy the Eau de Parfum. If this was a 10 out of 10, the Eau de Parfum in my eyes is a 9.9, 9.8. But with the Eau de Parfum, I would get about 7 to 8 hours of longevity. With the Parfum flanker, I easily get 10 to 12. One of my personal favorites in this scenario, Bleu de Chanel Parfum. And of course, Dior Homme 2020, the underrated Dior fragrance. When I first got this one, I enjoyed it, but as of late, this has been climbing the ranks for me as one of my favorite designer fragrances. The scent profile is simple, a nice combination of citrus and woods with a bit of vetiver, giving it an earthy, clean quality with a slight soapy finish. This to me is Harvey Specter in a bottle. If I was to go back to the office environments, this fragrance will 100% be in my rotation. One of my most worn fragrances this year and a great option for this scenario, Dior Homme 2020. So the second scenario is the fall and winter fragrances. During the cooler months, I would recommend something spicier, sweeter, maybe a bit denser, because that type of scent profile tends to offer better performance than fresh and clean fragrances, helping them be more noticeable because they cut through the cold. My first choice is Givenchy Gentleman Society Ombre. If you're familiar with Spice Bomb Extreme, in my opinion, it has one of the best dry downs when it comes to designer fragrances. A beautiful combination of tobacco, woods, and vanilla. This goes in a similar territory as far as the dry down phase, but in my opinion, this offers a better opening than Spice Bomb Extreme. They add the note of iris, which does give it a clean, refined quality with a powdery touch. And in my experience, this fragrance offers better performance, especially when it comes to projection. One of my go-to fragrances during this time of year, Givenchy Gentleman Society Ombre. Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mal Elixir. One of my favorite fragrances around this time of year. It takes the core foundation of the original Le Mal, which is a combination of lavender, mint, and vanilla. Kind of smells like shaving cream. Makes it more modern with the addition of honey and tobacco. So it does go in a spicier, sweeter direction when you compare it to the original. It also offers beast mode performance, making it a great choice for outdoor cooler weather situations. I used to actually wear this one to the office, but I never sprayed it more than 3 to 5 times. So if you plan on wearing it for professional environments, you absolutely can, but I would dial back on the sprays. This offers a good amount of projection projection, it could easily come off offensive. But nonetheless, one of my go-tos during this time of year, Le Male Elixir, Tom Ford Noir Extreme Parfum. This opens up with a combination of spices, most notably cardamom. And in the dry down, it becomes a woody, sweet vanilla fragrance with a leathery nuance. Now, I'm a big fan of the original, but the reason I prefer this one slightly more is for the following. The addition of leather in the scent profile does give it a bit more of a rugged edge and makes it a bit more masculine, and it also offers better performance. This is one of my go-to fragrances for dress-up situations during the fall and winter. So if I'm wearing a blazer, a peacoat, this one complements the outfit so well. It comes off elegant, classy, and it does offer a unique scent profile when you compare it to other designers on the market. One of my go-tos during the fall and winter, Tom Ford Noir Extreme Parfum. Scenario number 3 will be the gym fragrance. I just want you to remember 3 rules about this environment. Always choose a fresh and clean fragrance. Like I said earlier, it symbolizes good hygiene. 2, performance is not a key deciding factor. You're only going to be in that environment for about an hour or 2, so you don't need beast mode performance. In fact, the less powerful your fragrance, the better. And 3, do not exceed the 3 spray rule. There are a lot of people in the gym, guys, who may be dealing with health issues and sensitivities that you're not aware of. And as your body temperature heats up from exercising, the fragrance will project even more. So in order to be considerate, I highly recommend not to push past the 3 spray limit. My personal favorite in this environment is Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. This smells like a deodorant with a bubblegum sweetness. It comes off very fresh, very clean, and it does have a bit of a sporty edge. If you're familiar with Paco Rabanne Invictus, this will fall within a similar territory. And the best part about this fragrance, you're able to get a 100 ml bottle for under $50. Now keep in mind, it does not offer the best performance, but like I said earlier, you do not need a strong fragrance in the gym. One of my go-tos in that situation, Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. This was my original gym fragrance, Versace Per Homme, but as of late, it's been dethroned by Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. If you're familiar with Chanel Allure Homme Sport, this shares a similar foundation, but it goes in a fresher, more aquatic direction. One of my go-tos in the gym, Versace Per Homme, YSL Y Eau de Toilette. I know some of you may be shocked to see this fragrance on this list, but as of late, it's become my favorite gym fragrance. I got it at a very good price at Macy's. They had the entire set for around $80. It's pretty much a lighter, fresher version of YSL Y Eau de Parfum, which is one of my favorite designer fragrances. I know it's not the most practical fragrance. In fact, if you're watching this video, I would recommend Mont Blanc Legend Spirit and Versace Per Homme over this one here because they are more affordable. But again, if I'm being fully transparent with you, I enjoy this one so much and it's become one of my go-tos in my gym rotation. In this scenario, we're going over the date night fragrance. I want to give you a piece of advice. Don't worry about these fragrances that I have right here on this table. I'm not trying to gatekeep. I'm just being genuinely honest with you here. Wear the fragrance that gets you the most compliments from women. Look at it from a supply and demand angle. If women are constantly complimenting you on a fragrance, that should be your date night fragrance. You're trying to attract another woman. So I look at it from a track record perspective. I'm like, okay, cool. This one has been getting me a ton of compliments from women. I'm gonna wear this one on a date night scenario. So for me, Versace Eros Eau de Toilette is my most complimented fragrance of all time. So on a first date scenario, I wear this one here. It takes the core foundation of the original, makes it richer and deeper, and it offers better performance. So this to me is my safe choice for a date night fragrance. If it's a romantic evening out during the cooler months, I'm going with Stronger With You Parfum. It's a chestnut, smoky, vanilla fragrance that offers really good performance, gets me a ton of compliments, and it got some of the best reactions on this channel.
I give it an 8.9.
8.5? 8.5.
Yeah, like a 9.
A 9, okay. So
Probably like an 8.
8?
Yeah, like an 8.
8?
I'd give it an 8. 8.
8 for you as well.
Yeah. I'd give it an 8.
8. You like it a lot. You like it a lot.
Where is this man?
Where is this man? Where is this man?
You know, the sky is the limit, so I will give 9.5.
9.5. Ooh, that's a good score.
So to me, this has a proven track record. And the third one is Gucci Intense Oud, but I do not wear this one on a first date situation. I wear it once I've already got to know the person and it's a special night out, like we're going to a nice restaurant, for example. I do have other fragrances in my collection that get me more compliments, but as of late, I've been really enjoying these and they do have a proven track record. But again, wear the one that gets you the most compliments from women, and that should be your date night fragrance. And scenario number 5 is the special occasion fragrance. This is a fragrance that you save for those special moments in your life, like a wedding, a graduation, or an important company meeting. And in this scenario, you could explore a bit more expensive options, maybe some niche fragrances, or maybe get that aspirational fragrance that you always wanted to have in your collection. You also don't need the full bottle size. If you had a 10 ml or a 5 ml of this fragrance, that's plenty because it's only reserved for those special moments. Number 1 for me, Tom Ford Oud Wood. This was the fragrance I always wanted to have in my collection. In my opinion, it's the classiest one on the market. When I was growing up, I was working for one of my cousins who was really successful. He drove a Mercedes-Benz, he wore a Rolex, and this was his go-to fragrance. Every time I smell this one, it makes me believe that success is possible. My second choice is Creed Absolute Aventus. If you're not familiar with the original Aventus, it's pretty much a fresh and clean, smoky pineapple fragrance. This takes that foundation and adds a bit of that Dior Sauvage Elixir scent profile. So it's a spicier, sweeter take on the original Aventus. One of the classiest niche fragrances, Creed Absolute Aventus. And of course, for my third choice, YSL Tuxedo. As the name implies, this is a bit more of an upscale, dressy fragrance. The scent profile is a combination of many elements happening at once. You get a pop of freshness with some spiciness, and there's also a prominent earthy patchouli with a touch of vanilla, giving it a smooth, silky quality. One of my go-tos during special occasions, YSL Tuxedo. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below for a video you want to see next. Make sure to subscribe, and if you want to support the channel, you can buy a sample or a travel size at my store, scentpilot.com. And here's a code to save you money on your first order. If you're interested in buying full bottles, you can use links in the description below. It does help us earn a small commission at no extra charge to you. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.